Hi, this is going to be a video about a haul from the All Natural Face, and this is my haul number 2. I did a video with my first haul from that company and I liked a lot of the products, so I decided to buy some more things from them to try. And I apologize about my voice. I have a cold and I had actually completely lost my voice a few days ago and now it's back, but it just sounds a little funny. And one thing that I bought 4 of this time around is these cream blushes, and I had bought them last time as well in different colors, and I like them. I think they're really nice for lips and you can use them on your cheeks as well. The only thing about using them on your lips is I like kind of more of a glossy look, so I would put a lip gloss over them. Otherwise it's more of like a matte lipstick type look and it can be a little bit drying. They're great on the cheeks as well. It just takes me a little bit of time. I'm so used to using powder blush that I kind of have trouble with, not specifically these, but just cream blushes in general. It just takes me so much longer that I always reach for my powder blush because I always seem to be in a hurry. So I'll swatch the colors that I got. And the first one is called Really Pink, which is actually a light lavender color. Here it is swatched. It's quite sheer, more sheer than the other blushes. I had to really build it up so you'd see the color. It doesn't have any shimmer to it, just a very light lavender. Then I got Touch of Pink, which is a really pretty pink with golden shimmer in it. Here it is, and you can see it has a pretty decent amount of shimmer. The next 2 colors I don't quite like as much, just, my own preference. And this one is called Every Day is a Good Day, and I thought this would be more of like a peachy pink, but it's actually quite orange looking. Here it is swatched, and it has no shimmer. And the last one I got is called Peach Goddess. And on the website, how you determine the color of these is you just look at their powder blushes, because they don't have photographs of their cream blushes, but you can select any of their powder blush colors to be turned into a cream blush. And this particular one looked really light in the photograph, like a really light nude color, and that's what I was hoping it was going to be, but it turned out to be quite a bit darker than I expected and kind of a bronzy shade. Here is a swatch of it, and as you can see, this one does have shimmer. And here are all 4 of them for comparison. Then I got this lip gloss, and it is called Iridescence, and let me show you how pretty this color looks in the container. But unfortunately on the lips it is super duper sheer and you can barely see any color. Here is a swatch of it. The ingredients of this lip gloss are castor oil, candelilla wax, and then mica and oxides, which are the pigments. And so I kind of find it drying personally, because castor oil, just from different oils I've tried, seems to me like it's kind of the more drying oil. It's common that it's used in lip glosses because it has very glossy shine, but I find that I like it better when it's mixed with other things to kind of counteract the fact that it's a little bit drying, some more moisturizing oils to kind of condition the lips. And this is a very thin consistency lip gloss. It's just like a oily, if you ever tried the Burt's Bees super shiny lip glosses, that kind of like oily thin lip gloss. And so it doesn't have very long lasting power, and it, like I said, it's not very moisturizing, so it's not my favorite formula for lip gloss. And it is a super pretty color in the container, but like I already mentioned, it doesn't really show up anywhere near this on your lips. It's pretty much looks entirely clear, so not my favorite lip gloss, unfortunately. The next thing I got is this Hydrosol, and this is the Helichrysum Hydrosol. Hopefully I'm saying that somewhat correctly. And you can use this as a toner, and it's organic, and there's 2 ounces. That's the only ingredients. It's just, you know, pure hydrosol, and it has some really nice properties if you look it up. This particular one, I had seen it before on the Garden of Wisdom website, and I was really interested in it. It's supposed to like relieve redness and be really soothing for your skin. But on the Garden of Wisdom website, 2 ounces of this, I forget how much it is, but it's like $13 maybe. I can't remember. It's really expensive, so I didn't bother trying it. But this is only $4 for the same size, and I thought that was an amazing deal. I'm gonna get this. And I've only used it like once. You can see it's pretty much a full bottle, but I think it'll make a nice toner. And let me tell you if it has any smell. It does smell like something, but I can't quite figure out what. It's really mild, and I mean, I personally don't mind the smell of this. Maybe a little bit floral, I can't really tell, or a little bit herbal. And then I got 2 more of the face foods. I only have one to show you because my mom took the avocado and cucumber, but I have aloe and cucumber, which I had in my shower, so the label is all messed up. And I only had a chance to use this once, but I do like it. I like it better than the pineapples and cream, which I showed you in my previous haul. That one leaves my face kind of oily and greasy, and I find that after a few days of consecutive use, it breaks me out. So it's one of those things that might be better for days when your skin's feeling really dry, or if you're not acne prone and oily things don't really break you out. But these don't particularly wash your makeup off too well. I would recommend still, if you know, if you're wearing a decent amount of makeup, not just like a little bit of finishing powder or something, then this will be fine. But in other cases, you probably want to use your own face wash before using these, because these aren't, you know, they're not foamy and they're not really like soap. They're more of like a treatment is what I would think of them as. So they're not going to get your makeup off very well. And then the last 2 products I got is the pressed foundation, which I put in my own compact here because I just wanted to try this. And it's $10 for a refill roughly, and then like $16 if you get it in a compact. And I thought, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't want to spend $6 more for a compact not knowing how it's gonna work out for me. I'll just buy the refill. And I have a compact, this clear little compact that I happen to have, so that's what I put it in for now. And the color I got is called Porcelain Kissed by Honey, and I actually have that on today over my Korres liquid makeup, the Kerosene and Oak anti-aging one, so I have that over it. And this seems to be a good color match for me. It could have a little bit more yellow, it's kind of more neutral, but even being neutral, it works, you know, well enough for me. I feel like it's a good match. And as you can see, after using it, I've actually been using it for a while. Ever since I got it, I've been using it almost every day, and it got all lumpy. One thing about that foundation is it's very, very soft. And so, you know, you saw the texture that it turns into, which, I mean, it personally doesn't bother me. What matters more is, you know, if it works rather than what it looks like in the container. But I did notice it's very fragile. You just touch your brush to it. That works much better, pressing my brush rather than like rubbing or swirling, because then powder gets everywhere. And you just have to be careful with it. I probably wouldn't travel with it. It just seems like it will break, you know, really easily. But other than that, I really like it. It is a little bit more matte than I prefer, but I noticed that after maybe like 10 minutes, it kind of melts onto my face and it gives me a pretty natural look, so it no longer looks too matte. So that actually, you know, didn't turn out to be a problem after all. And then I also got this foundation slash concealer, the cream one that comes in a little pot, and this is the smaller size pot. And the color I got is light beige pale, which I don't know if this is their lightest color. It might be, but it's a very, very light color. Here's the Porcelain Kissed by Honey powder, and then here is that light beige pale cream foundation. I've only used this under my eyes. I'm a little bit nervous using it on my face because the jojoba oil in here, that tends to break me out, and you know, this is very creamy, so I haven't tried it yet on my face. But underneath my eyes, it is very light, and so it works well to kind of brighten up your under eye area in that sense, and you can build it up to be pretty decent coverage. I feel like it would be a little bit more fair to compare this to other all natural products rather than, you know, products that are not natural, because you just can't always do the same kind of stuff with natural ingredients that you can with, you know, other ones. And so comparing it just to natural concealers I have tried, I think this is actually a really good one because, you know, it covers well, and then I set it with this powder and it actually lasts decently underneath my eyes. It'll last, you know, for several hours. It'll, you know, definitely start to kind of fade, and it definitely, you know, settles into creases and stuff. But, you know, compared to other natural concealers that I've tried, it is kind of better than them in terms, you know, of how well it lasts. You can't really compare it to like my favorite Kat Von D tattoo concealer. It doesn't even come close to that, but I mean, it can't because it doesn't use any of those ingredients that help it, you know, stay put and not crease and all that stuff. Those are non-natural. I think they're like silicones and things in there. And I have been using this actually on days that I don't need my makeup to last me a particularly long time. Maybe I'm just going grocery shopping, or you know, to one of my pregnancy doctor's appointments, which I have like every week now. So a couple of hours, you know, is perfectly fine. And I do prefer to use as natural products as possible. And this is actually just oils and waxes and pigment. There isn't even any preservatives in here. It's essentially a colored balm, if you want to think of it that way. And so it's really nice. And, you know, on days that I don't need my makeup to last a long time, I will use it, because why not use safer ingredients when, you know, when you can get away with it. So that is everything. That is my haul, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye.